Good morning, everybody. We're going to start with a nice good tap of the toes. We have a strength workout today. So 8, 7, 4, 3, heels up, right, then left, right, and left. So today we have a strength workout. It is an all body weight strength workout. If at any point you would like to add resistance or substitute an exercise, you absolutely can. Let's start with a nice good knee lift. Bicep curls, starting to wake up those hips. Want to think about bracing our core and start to wake up those elbows. Get ready for biceps. 4, 3, hamstring curls right here, reach and pull. So you can add weights, you can substitute. So for example, if we're doing planks with rows, you can do a regular row, and that's perfectly fine. Knees up, right here, reach. Start to wake up those shoulders. Good, 4, 3, 2, good, back to our hamstring curls. Reach and pull a little bit higher if you can. Elbows are still a little bit lower than your shoulders. 4, 3, 2. All right, in the center, wood chops. Bring it up and back. We're starting to work on hinging. So we're nice and tall. Push the hips back like you're going to close the car door and then pick up your groceries. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, good. Hold the arms up, brace your core, pull and reach, pull and reach. So drive the elbows down and back. Imagine you're pulling yourself up over that bar. 2, good. Elbows here. We're going to take it in and out. Squeeze and squeeze. Chest and back. Good, 4, 3, 2, let's bring the arms out in front, slow squat, down 2, up 2, chest is nice and tall, down, and bring it up. Squat it down, hips to heels, or as close as you can get, drop, and lift. Good, 4, 3 more. Should feel the arms burning just a little bit as well, yes? Down, and up. 1 more, down, bring it up, take the legs a little bit wide, side lunge, So we're just kind of waking up those hips, waking up the knees and ankles. 4, 3, step the feet together, forward step and reach, step and reach. This is our precursor to our lunges. 4, 3, 2, forward step, reach across the body. So forward step, reach. We're waking up our spine. We're working on engaging our core. 2, slow lunges to the back. Drop it down, bring it back up. Switching sides, drop and lift. Drop, lift. Good, so take it down, press through that front heel, come to standing. 2 more, down, lift, last one. Bring it in, shake it out, roll the shoulders. It's a short warm-up. If you need to do a little bit more, go right ahead. We're gonna do 45 seconds work, 15 seconds rest for 2 rounds, 2 exercises. We do have a lot of exercises going down to the floor. So what I want you to do, if you don't want to go down to the floor and do walkouts and things like that, I want you to grab a chair. You're going to do these at an incline, or I will tell you a substitute exercise that you can do with the band or dumbbells. We're going to start with alternating forward lunges with pull downs, and then we're going to go into a plank, and we're going to do plank rows. Remember, this workout is all body weight. If you have iffy knees, reverse lunges are just fine. So 45 seconds, forward lunge with a pull down in 3, 2, and 1. So arms up. So we're gonna step forward, drop it down, drive the elbows, and reach. Alternating, right, left. Now make sure especially that we're not stepping and pushing that front knee forwards. Drop the back knee down towards the floor. This is why we start with a nice good warm up on those feet, so we can roll through that big toe in the back. 15 seconds, drive the elbows down and back. Imagine your arm is against a wall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Hands on the floor, on a chair. You're gonna be in a nice, good plank position. On your toes, on your knees, your call. Wider stance with your knees and your toes. We're gonna row hip and then hip. If you wanna make this harder, these are basically like a renegade row. We're gonna think about driving the elbow up and back. So a little bit of lats here. You can add a resistance band, like a circle band around your wrists, or you can grab a dumbbell, pick it up and row. Try not to let your body start to shift back, and don't let your hips sag towards the floor. Lift just a little. This is core work in addition to back. Good, we've got 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully walk yourself all the way back up. We're gonna repeat 1 more round. So we're gonna do our lunges with our pull downs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So take it forward and reach. Now, if you want to make this a little bit harder, if you're using dumbbells, you're going to get shoulders. If you're using a band, you're going to get lats. Okay, so your equipment changes what muscle you're working. Because dumbbells work against gravity, resistance bands are a little bit more flexible. So drive it down. Good reach. Imagine those shoulder blades are pulling down and back. We're taking our wings and pulling them in close, tight to our body. 2 and 1. Heading back down. Planks with rows. You can be in an incline, and that's perfectly all right. So shoulders down and back again. A little tail feather tuck. Brace that core. Here we go. So lift, down, lift, down. So we don't want to go straight up and down. We don't want to be a puppy walking on hot concrete. Nice, good lift. Goal, keep your hips as level as possible. Especially when I'm on my toes, I find that I'm starting to rotate from hip to hip. If you want to get good core work, keep them level. Feet wider is going to make this a little easier to do. 12 seconds. Short rest, and then we're going to move on. Circuit number 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully bring the knees down. Walk yourself back. Next circuit, we have pause squats. We're gonna squat. Pause at the bottom, 2 seconds. Then we're gonna do a plank walkout with a knee drive, a knee to elbow. So pause squats. I'm gonna go a little bit more into a sumo type position, so wider stance. I wanna go a little deeper into my squat. You decide. In 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall, so I'm gonna drop it down. 1, 2, stand back up. Take it down, hold, and push. Now, how deep you go is up to you. I can get deeper with my legs wider and my toes turned out to the corner. If you need to, you can bring it in. It's up to you. Make sure it's a squat. We don't want to bend over, so I don't want to be able to put a dinner plate on your back. It should slide right off and come back up. If you need to, squat and hover your buns over a chair and then stand tall. So squat, get as close as you can to the chair, but don't accidentally sit. Good, bring it up. Plank walkout, 2 knees. I'm gonna demonstrate, take it down, walk yourself all the way out, knee to elbow, walk it back. Your time is on. So walk yourself out, good plank position, knee to elbow, walk yourself back up, take your time, good technique. Now if you need to, walk yourself out, drop to your knees, knee to elbow, walk hips back to heels, and then walk yourself back up. Third option, you take your hands, place them on the seat of a chair, step back into your plank, do your 2 knees, elbows, and then step yourself forward and stand tall. We're doing a lot of these, good, bring it up. We're doing a lot of these planks and these walkouts because that's gonna help us build our upper body strength without using any equipment. So shoulders down, little bit of a tail feather tuck. So it's not here and it's not here. A little tuck, time is on, drop, and then bring it up. Now I do know that I have a little bit of butt wink down at the bottom. Keep that in mind. So what is butt wink? You take it down and then you round your spine, right? We take it down, hold, 2, and then bring it back up. Down, pause, and push. If you have to do a lot of body weight exercises, changing the tempo, adding pauses in the middle is really going to help you out with that. Build a little bit more strength when you don't have access to equipment. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Getting ready for our plank walkout or our step back plank with our knee drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shoulders down, squat it down, walk yourself out. Nice good plank, shoulders over your wrists, knee to elbow, walk yourself back up. This is one where if you need to take your legs wider, that will help because it means you're already that much closer to the ground. Or bend your knees, soften them up just a little. Plank, knee drive, walk it up. So hinge it, walk it out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk yourself back up, drop to your knees, come back to standing. We're going to do circuit number 3, a single leg RDL with a knee drive into a leg extension. And then we're gonna do a down dog into a push-up. And again, you can have your hands on a chair, be at an incline, absolutely an option. So single leg RDL. If you need to have a chair off to the side, we're gonna take it down, bring it up. This is tricky. Extend the leg, balance drill. 8, 7, good, 4, 3, 2, 1. So plant your foot. We're going to reach down towards the floor, unhinge, bring that knee up, straighten, and then repeat. Slow and steady, brace your core. So this is going to get balance, hips, core, your entire leg. Bring it up and reach. If you are really struggling and you're spending more time holding your balance than you are doing the exercise, I want you to put your hand on a wall or on a chair for a little support. Reach, bring it up, 2, and 1. All right, chair, floor, down dog with a push-up. I'm gonna show you a couple options because I am not able to do push-ups on my toes right now. It's been a really long time. So plank position, lift up, down dog, knees down, push up, bring it up, lift the knees, Down dog. Drop to the knees and push up. If you need to, child's pose and then do your push up. Now for child's pose, we're not dropping our forehead to the floor to stretch. Neutral, somebody's pulling your hips back, you're pulling your hips forwards to do your good push up. If you can, down dog. Knees down, chest to floor, bring it back up. You have about 8 seconds to go. 3, 2, and 1. Walk yourself back up. Come to standing. We're going to do our single leg deadlift with our leg extension on the other side. 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna reach. Hinge it back, push the hips back, bring it in, lift the leg, extend it out, and reach. So this is the leg that I struggle with a little bit more. And it's okay if your leg does not get perfectly straight when you extend it, especially if you're tight in the hamstrings. It might stop here. Just do your best. 15 seconds to go. 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Heading down to the floor or hands on a chair. Still with your shoulders down and back into your back pocket. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So neutral spine, hips up, tailbone to the ceiling, back to plank, drop to the knees. Good push up. So a knee plank and a toe plank look exactly the same, except one, your knees are on the floor, one, your knees are in the air. There's no other changes to your body position when you do the two. So good lift. So down dog, tailbone to the ceiling, back down, good plank. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully walk yourself back. Grab a quick drink. We are going to do round number 4. So we are halfway through. We have diagonal lunges. So we're going to take it back, diagonal step, bring it back up. Second exercise, you're going to need a wall. You can do this on your back on the floor. Just keep an eye on your blood pressure if you want to do this on the floor. But we're going to need a wall because we're going to be doing wall angels, upper body and shoulders. So diagonal reverse lunge, right side the first time, left side the second, in 3, 2, and 1. So all this is a side lunge where you step towards the corner instead of out to the side. Step back, drop it down. I'm gonna move back a little. So my front leg, I'm still keeping my toe pointing forwards, but I am lifting my toe, so I'm kind of balancing on my heel a little bit. Good reach. Now you can try to reach for the floor, or you can focus on keeping your chest up and reach for your thigh. If you really, really struggle, smaller diagonal step, or even do a side lunge. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Find a wall. You're going to put your hips to your shoulders all the way back. Walk your feet out. It doesn't have to be a full wall squat unless you want to. You're going to pull the low back in. You're going to start low, and we're going to try to reach it up, keeping your arms back against the wall, up and down. Reach, and back down again. I have issues with my shoulder mobility. You can see that. I'm not able to bring it all the way up, but I'm also not arching my low back away from the wall. You've got to pull those ribs in. So you might be here, and that's okay. This is something, the more you practice, the better at it you're gonna get. If you're on the floor, same thing. You're gonna have your arms pressed into the floor, low back pulled in, knees bent, feet flat. Last one. Carefully walk yourself up. Diagonal lunges on the other side. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So side lunge, drop it, and back up. Now we're not stepping and pushing, actively pushing the knees over the toes. They might head that way, but we should still feel like we're sitting our hips back into our heels, and the knee going over our toes is just to maintain our balance. This is also a really, really good inner thigh stretch. A little bit of mobility here. Make it smaller if you need to, and again, less diagonal or even straight out to the side. 10 seconds to go. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Going for our wall angels. So walk the feet out, hip width. Make it harder. Go into a wall squat. Drop it down. Pull that low back in. Head all the way to your hips are going to touch. Reach. And then back down. Now my hope is that this round should feel a little bit easier. It's not going to feel perfect, but hopefully it feels a little bit better. And this is how you know that it's going to get better. It's going to get easier the more you do this. So drop it down. You can see my hands are a little bit off. Part of it's camera angle and part of it is my shoulders. 10 seconds to go. If you're doing a full squat, knees are over your ankles, not your toes. Last one. Good. Carefully walk yourself up. Grab a quick drink if you need it. We're heading down to the floor. If you want to stay up, we have side planks and we have tricep press-ups. So side planks, you can be on a wall, countertop, or a chair. Chair is lower, even stairs. For the tricep press-ups, you're going to be a little bit away from the wall on your toes if you can, and you're still going to press yourself up, okay? You can also do kickbacks with dumbbells if that's what you'd like. 45 seconds, we're just going to hold our side plank. You choose hand or elbow, 8, 7, or knees or toes. 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to bring it up. So I'm doing staggered, top foot is in front. I'm keeping my shoulder over my wrist. We don't want to have it way back here. So nice, good reach. If you want to make it easier, drop that bottom knee. If you want to make it even easier, 2 knees. Trying not to rotate forward if possible. Open that shoulder back behind you. Reach for the ceiling. If you want to make it harder, stack your feet. If you want to make it even harder and I struggle, leg lift. Yes? 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring it down, all the way down onto your side. Your bottom arm is going to get a break. We're going to give ourselves a hug. Your top arm is going to be right in line with your shoulder. Straight leg I find easier. Bent leg is a little harder. Here we go. We're going to press ourselves up and then back down again. So imagine you're trying to get up. You're lying on your side in bed. We're going to try to bring ourselves up. So we can flip over, we can come to seated, whatever works. Make it a little bit harder. Bend your knees, press it up, take it back down. It's okay if your press isn't all the way up, but I want you to try. So try to get that last little bit of extension. We need to train our muscles through the full range of motion, all the way down, all the way up. We got to get past that sticking point. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up. We're going to switch over to the other side. Start with our side plank. So shoulder down and back into your back pocket. Up on your hand or your elbow. Here we go. So lift it up. Again, I'm starting with my staggered stance, one foot in front of the other. If you need to, drop to that knee, but we're straight all the way up here. Same thing if you bend both knees. We aren't pushing our hips back, and we're not rotating forwards. Open. You were standing tall, and you got knocked over. That's what we're going for. This is a good one, especially if you want to start doing these on your toes. Start at an incline. Stairs are a great way to practice this. Start on a higher step, work your way down. 5, 3, 2, 1. Carefully bring yourself down all the way onto your side. We're going to bring it all the way down. Pick your leg position. Bottom hand is giving you a hug. Top hand right by your shoulder and chest. Bring it up right here. Press and down. You will very likely notice that one side is easier to do than the other. We tend to be dominant on one side versus the other. I'm doing okay. I'm going to bend that top leg, make it a little bit more challenging for myself. Make sure shoulders down away from the ear. We don't want to let it creep up. You're over halfway. Push it and down. This is the arm that I am struggling with right now. So I'm starting to get a little fatigued already. Plus, it's already done. Side planks. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out. We have one more circuit. We're going to do reverse crunches, and we are going to do dead bugs. If you're staying upright, you can do this with a chair, where your reverse crunches, you are going to sit towards the middle or front of the chair, hands on the seat, you're going to lean back, reverse crunches, you're going to lift your heels off the floor and then set them down again. For the upper crunch, or for the dead bug, you're going to sit as tall as you can. You're going to lift one leg, press the thigh into the hand, and then you're going to switch. Okay, it's a little different, a little goofy, but it works. Let's bring it all the way down. We're going to start with reverse crunches in 3, 2, and 1. So option 1, reverse crunch. We tuck our pelvis and then we relax. So it's just a little tuck and relax. It's not a bridge. Our hips are not going to be lifting off the floor. It's just a little tuck and then a release. Option 2, little tuck, tap the toes. Tuck and tap. Option 3, can you do more of a lift? Can you go so that your feet are pushing up like you want to put your footprints on the ceiling? When we tap our heels or our toes, low back does not lift off the floor. So pick what feels better. Pelvic tuck is a little more spine safe. Good, bring it in. We're going to come up into a dead bug. So low back pulled in towards the floor, knees up, arms up, and we're going to do opposite arm and leg heading towards the floor. So take it down and lift, down and lift. And it's okay if they don't touch. I want you to just think about getting closer, keeping the neutral spine. You need to make it a little bit harder. Then you're going to extend out that leg, trying not to let it actually touch the floor. So nice, good breaths. If this is a new exercise for you, you're going to do arm, leg, and leg. So alternate instead of doing both at the same time. Good job. Bring it in. Got one more set of that. Last 2 exercises for your workout today. 7 seconds. Gonna go for our reverse crunch. Here we go. So remember, option 1, glutes are relaxed. Pelvic tuck, and then release. Tuck and release. Option 2, we tuck. Kind of pull the knees in towards the chest. Tap the heels or the toes. Third option, can you bring it up? So we're using all of our abdominals here. but there's a little bit more emphasis on the lower portion. We're using the whole thing, but a little more emphasis on the lower part. Last one. Good job. Bring it in. Short rest. One more set. Dead bugs. Pick what's going to work better for you. Nice neutral spine. 2 and 1. So alternating arm and leg. It's okay if it doesn't touch. This is also a good way to work on some shoulder mobility. Good reach. Bring it back up. Should be feeling our abs right about now. We've got about 12 seconds to go. Try not to let those knees start creeping in towards your chest. Keep them right over those hips. Good job, bring it in. Knees bent, feet flat. Give yourself a little bit of a break. If you'd like, take those legs out straight. You can go into Shavasana. Just open up the front of that body. So we're gonna take our arms out. So our shoulders are in line with our hands. Nice, good T position. Rotate the shoulders so that your palms are facing the ceiling, and see, can you get your thumbs to touch the floor? If you're really tight with a little rounded shoulder posture, you might struggle here. So really just try to give it your best shot. Good. Let's go ahead, bring the arms in, bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor. We're going to rotate both knees over to the right, and we're going to take our left arm and we're going to reach kind of diagonally up. So a little hip stretch, a little torso stretch, and a little more chest stretch. Bring it in, switching over to the other side so both knees go over. And now our right arm is going to reach up and out. It's okay if your knees don't touch the floor on this one. We just want to get a nice good stretch. Good, release. We're going to roll our entire body over to the side. Come up to a seated position. And take those feet a little bit wide. Both legs are going to go over to the right side. Get as close to 90-90 as you can. And we're just going to forward fold over that hip. Bring it up. We're going to take our hand back by our hip. We're going to press this knee into the ground, and we're going to squeeze the glute. Press that hip forwards. So just a nice good inner thigh stretch. Nice good hip flexor. Bring it up. Switch it up and over to the other side. Same thing. So a little forward fold, as close to 90-90 as you can get. If you are really tight, you may need to bend your knees and have your feet closer to your backside and your legs closer together. Good, bring it up. Take the hand back by your hip, press the back knee into the ground, squeeze the glutes. Let's release. Take that front leg, slide it under the back leg, coming over hands and knees. We're going to sit our hips back to our heels. I like to do puppy, which means that my toes are tucked under so I can focus on dropping my forearms and my upper arms down towards the floor. My focus is less on stretching my spine and more on stretching out underneath my arms, getting my mobility back. Good, we're gonna pull ourselves forward. You can round your spine if you're comfortable with it. Pull yourself forward into a plank, point your toes. We're gonna drop our knees down to the floor and lower our hips. If this is not comfortable for you, I want you to go all the way down into Sphinx, or I want you to rest your chin on your hands. It's completely up to you and your comfort level, your flexibility. Let's tuck our toes under, lift it up into down dog. If you need to, you are welcome to place your hands on a seat of a chair here. Now we're gonna walk the dog. So alternating heel drops. Good, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to a plank. Carefully drop your knees down. Sit your hips back to your heels. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down into your back pocket. Now we're going to take one arm, reach back, grab the other, stretch the chest. And if you can, you're going to start to lift those hands a little bit farther back. Release, bring it in, hands to the shoulders, walk it back, nice good pat on the back. If being on your knees isn't comfortable, A, try to practice a little more, and B, you can come to standing or sit down. Good, bring it down, shoulders down and back, ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to the right, look to the left. And we're just gonna do a nice deep breath in, spread your fingers, exhale. One more time, big breath in and out, and you are all done. So I want you to give yourself a nice good pat on the back. I know a lot of you are going to be watching this on 4th of July, so I hope you have a wonderful holiday, even though in my area it's supposed to rain, thunderstorms, so not going to have a whole lot going on. But whenever you happen to be watching this, I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. And I'd love to have you in one of my live classes. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. So bye.